The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
Things will never be the same.
DC Fandom. Join us live October 16th, 2021, streaming free on DCFandom.com. Register now on DCFandom.com and be the first to get news, merch, and more.
Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be my new Batman DC Fandom trailer. They just released a bunch of trailers, so I'll explain what's going on. There's also been a lot of test screenings for the Batman movie, so some really cool details have gotten out, so I'll break that down too. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. Of course, I'll be doing videos for all this stuff. This is just a taste of what's coming. The Batman movie is just the biggest thing that they're going to be hyping up at this upcoming DC Fandom event in October, which seems familiar. It was kind of the pièce de résistance of the original DC Fandom back in 2020. Like I said, they have been screening cuts of the Batman movie recently for test audiences, and it's been all good news. People are calling it more of a horror movie if you've been looking for a darker Batman movie. They say Paul Dano's Riddler is genuinely terrifying, and there's supposed to be this big shocking twist at the end of the movie, which may sound familiar. It seems like there's a twist at the end of all Batman movies. If you've been a longtime fan of Batman movies, the comics, the animated series, the other TV shows, post all your theories about what you think that shocking twist is going to be. Keep in mind, though, test audiences that are reporting these things are groups of people who are not supposed to be Batman experts. They're just supposed to be like regular people off the street. So a shocking twist to them might not seem so shocking if you've been reading Batman your whole life. But the general vibe of the movie is that Robert Pattinson's Batman is only in his second year, year 2 Batman, and he hasn't uncovered all of the criminality of Gotham City yet. He's just been going after the surface level criminals. And just based on the last big Batman trailer, the Riddler, despite being a classic Batman villain, is trying to expose all this corruption in Gotham City. Like, he kills the mayor, that's who this body is supposed to be, but at the crime scene, he lays all this evidence all over the place, exposing the mayor's lies. He calls out Batman during the trailer, his voiceover, demanding that if he truly seeks justice, he'll stop turning a blind eye to what the Riddler thinks are the real criminals in Gotham. And it's been a long-time trope of Batman stories, movies, TV shows, that the politicians, the judges, the court system, even the police are just as bad as the regular Batman villains like the Joker, the Riddler, Two-Face. I say Catwoman, but she's not a Batman villain in the way you normally think of Batman villains. She has a true neutral character alignment. So sometimes she works with the villains, sometimes she works with Batman. We'll probably see both of those during the movie, just like in Batman Returns with that version of Catwoman. Zoe Kravitz is playing the Selina Kyle version of Catwoman during the Matt Reeves Batman universe, and apparently test audiences love all the Catwoman stuff, so it sounds like Zoe Kravitz is going to kill it as the new Selina Kyle.
The villains are often, some of the most, if not the most exciting part of the movies. I mean, the Rogues Gallery is incredible, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to see a Batman that was not an origin tale, but was sort of in these early days, but that meant that a lot of the characters who are the Rogues Gallery characters are in their origins in a way. And so we have a Selina Kyle who's not yet Catwoman.
Selina can take care of herself. She's incredibly tough. She really wants to fight for those who don't have someone else to fight for them. And I think that is where Batman and she really connect.
What's most interesting about Selina Kyle is that she represents the savior for the ill-treated, the forgotten, the people that have not had anybody looking after them. She's also very complicated. You don't quite know exactly where her loyalty or her allegiance lie.
They also reported there's a lot of good Alfred scenes with Andy Serkis's version of the character. He seems like a much more intense version of Alfred, even though Jeremy Irons' Alfred was pretty intense. They also confirmed that they're going to be showing off a new Flash movie trailer, and you may remember there was a big featurette for the movie that leaked a while ago. Warner Brothers took it down super quick, which is why I didn't make a video about it. But during that trailer, they showed you Ezra Miller's Flash inside Michael Keaton's Batcave with his Batman. It looks like a much larger version of his Batcave from the Tim Burton Batman movies, mostly because it's just easier for them to do a more spectacular version with modern special effects. They also depicted scenes of a big team-up fight with Michael Keaton's Batman in a version of his classic Batman suit from the Tim Burton movies. It seems very familiar to the original suits. He's flying in a version of his Batjet while Supergirl and the Flash are on a building, seeming like they're in the middle of a fight scene. And there were a couple other scenes of Ezra Miller's Flash inside Michael Keaton's Batmobile with Batman driving around And in all the previews, I got a lot of questions about this. They kept blurring someone's body out, like there's a third person standing with them and sometimes in the background that they kept blurring out, like an extra person in the background here that they don't want you to see because of spoilers. And based on all the recent rumors and scenes from the movie that got out separately, I think that blurred person is supposed to be the secret main villain of the movie. And right now the rumor is that instead of Reverse Flash, because this is a Flashpoint-inspired story, instead of him, they're actually going with a dark Flash, like Evil Barry from another universe, as the villain of the film. And during all these shots with Blurry Man here in the background, it's actually Barry riding around with Evil Barry in Batman. Also in the larger fight scene when they're all teaming up together, like it's them fighting Evil Barry. And that's why he's blurred out, because they don't want you to see that he looks just like the Flash. If you watched any of the Flash Season 3 episodes, they kind of already did a version of this, also as part of their version of the Flashpoint story. But in their version of events, Evil Barry was pretending to be Savitar, completely different Flash villain, and he was a time remnant version of Barry from the future who was supposed to die but didn't. I just got done doing a bunch of videos about Loki, which kind of got into this whole idea, but they called those types of characters on Loki variants. Like a Nexus event happens when a character does something that they weren't originally supposed to do, and then it creates a branch timeline that turns into an alternate reality, and that person becomes a wholly alternate universe version of themselves. That was kind of what happened with Evil Barry on the TV show. During the Flash movie, it seems like Evil Barry is just an alternate universe version of Barry to begin with, and I don't know if he's meant to be the original Flash of Michael Keaton Batman's Earth, but we'll probably get more clues about that when they release the official trailer. Ben Affleck's Batman is also featured prominently in the movie. I just did a big preview video for all the scenes of him that posted a while ago, so I'll link that video below in the description. He's writing a version of his Batpod that's inspired by some Zack Snyder concept art from the Justice League Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder had a version of a jet-powered motorcycle that Ben Affleck's Batman would have used in the movie, but it didn't make it in. I think it was just like too many other ideas that he had and got too expensive. But the difference was that it would have been like a small personal jet craft that he flew around instead of driving around on wheels. So obviously this one is a little bit different, but it's Andy Muschietti's version of a Zack Snyder concept. During the Flash movie, all they've said so far is that Ben Affleck's Batman is supposed to give the Flash his new multiverse Flash suit upgrade. Beyond that, you can theorycraft about them doing a new version of the letter scene from the end of the Flashpoint story. But because they don't have his father, Thomas Wayne, in the movie, at least as far as we know, I'm sure Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just waiting for that Flashpoint Batman call. Early theory, they might wind up doing a version of the letter scene, but just have the letter come from older Michael Keaton Batman speaking to a younger Ben Affleck Batman, giving him sage life advice. But if it wasn't clear, they're not using the Flashpoint storyline to retcon out Ben Affleck's Batman. He'll still continue to be the main Batman of this prime Earth of the Justice League universe. Next big thing, they also announced that they'll be showing off some Peacemaker previews. That's the Suicide Squad spin-off TV show with John Cena's Peacemaker character. I've already done a big Suicide Squad movie post-credit scene video, so I'll link that below in the description. That's basically a teaser for the Peacemaker series.
I heard he was sort of a hero down in Corto Maltese.
Was that what you heard? Because not quite.
What do you guys want him for?
Just to save the fucking world, that's all.
They released a new poster this morning too. It's him in his car, which if you're not a big muscle car junkie, this is an old Mercury Comet, and I love that the license plate reads as if it says Pissmaker, which feels very apropos for his character. The bumper sticker is just a reminder about the DC Fandom panel that they're doing in October. He has the Washington plates because that's where he lives. There was a preview of him earlier standing outside his mobile home where he actually lives when they were filming the episodes. Like this is his house that he lives in. And as you can see from his house, from the stripes that are painted on the car, the paint job, his costume's color scheme, everything he has is painted with the colors or painted to look like the American flag. Because he has such a hard-on for justice and Lady Liberty and peace. He loves peace so much he doesn't care how many people he has to kill to get it. Thus the peace sign he's making with his hand out the window here. And also, this is kind of funny, James Gunn was laughing about this hidden, maybe not so hidden detail that not many people were calling out when they first released this poster earlier this morning. Zoom and enhance on this rear car window. There's a bald eagle sitting in the back seat of his car. He has a pet bald eagle, which if you didn't know is the national bird of the United States. So of course he would have a bald eagle as a pet. I believe they were endangered species for a while, so he might be breaking the law a little to actually have one as a pet. I think it might be illegal to have one as a pet. I'm sure Amanda Waller is just looking the other way as part of his deal working for her on a continuing basis. The Peacemaker series will be 8 episodes on HBO Max starting in January. They haven't given the official release date yet though, but it'll be sometime in January. And it'll basically be him going on more missions for Amanda Waller. James Gunn says that the series gets into way more sci-fi stuff than you're expecting, and the Peacemaker episodes will cross over with other future DC movies that they haven't announced yet. Like, it'll set up future DC movies, but they haven't said which ones. I will be doing videos for all the episodes just like I do for the Marvel Disney Plus series, and as you can see, this is basically DC doing their version of the Marvel Disney Plus series. They're doing the big Green Lantern HBO series, they're even doing a Batman HBO series spin-off from Robert Pattinson's Batman movies. Matt Reeves is doing it himself. The only other really big thing that they're releasing at DC Fandom is supposed to be the Black Adam teaser trailer, like actual footage from the movie. They released a preview teaser last year, but it was more of a concept art trailer for hype with voiceover narration. My next big video will be my full Marvel What If Episode 4 video. That's all about Dark Doctor Strange. We just got done watching the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, and Doctor Strange seemed kind of weird during that, so very timely that they're releasing a Dark Doctor Strange episode of What If. That video will post Wednesday morning just like normal. Make sure you have alerts enabled for my channel so you don't miss it. Everyone click here for my full Spider-Man No Way Home trailer video and Easter eggs, and click here for that brand new Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever first look video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.